Louisiana beer reviews. Beer. Bull. Bull. Schlitz Malt Liquor Bull. New label, Maltscussion. Well, yesterday I went to this event. You say, well, what'd you do? Get a $45 ticket for 10 bucks? Yes, using Street Master. Okay, but before I started getting on Street Master, I had parked north of the stadium, and I said, let me go check out some of these beer stores. So I went to one Chevron station. They had the Bull, but it was the old bottle, and it was dated July, Best Buy of July. I'm like, I don't think so. So I went across the street, across Louisiana Highway 30, Nicholson Boulevard, Louisiana Highway 30, to this even more degenerate looking store. And I went in there and I saw these bottles. The cans were still the old design, but the bottles, man, they still have the old cap. Might be redoing the cap, or keeping the OML cap. So here I said, ooh, and I saw the date. It's got the date, guys. January 5th, 2017. Look at this. The Bull Schlitz Malt Liquor. Look like a 1974 label. With that. And it's the brick wall. It reminded me of this 1996 can I bought, or 97, sorry, 97. I bought this 97. See that brick wall? And the Bull Schlitz Malt Liquor, 24 fluid ounces, 5.9% alcohol. It says very clearly on the can. Stroh Brewery, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Okay. Then they updated to this. You've seen, this is what they had at the place, at that, as they would say in England, that dodgy store. But I mean, their liquor selection was enormous, so I really wanted to buy more, but I needed to get over to the game and start, cruising for tickets. Here we've got the 18-ounce bottle. I want to get an 18-ounce bottle. It's got the bottle neck paper. Schlitz Malt Liquor, OML, original malt liquor, 5.9. So this 18-ounce bottle we get here in Louisiana, where we did in New Orleans. Here's an old 12-ounce bottle. Bought this in Shreveport in a 6-pack, or was it a 12-pack? That's another label. That label they still might use in Canada, I think. Schlitz. They call it strong beer there. Okay, anyway. Okay, so for this Maltscussion, I got a good glass. People say you gotta drink out the bottle. No, maybe you gotta drink out the bottle. I gotta do whatever I feel like doing. Okay, don't want it to drip. So I had this in the freezer. Oh, some of the paper bag left there. So it's a cool looking simplified label. The gray brick wall, the charging bull, the title, The Bull, and then this crazy, hazy, lazy Schlitz Malt Liquor. Dun, dun, dun. Writings. Like I said, it reminds me of 1974 Croft Super Show lettering. Right. Okay. It's cold. Oh, it's cold. I had it in the freezer. Ooh. Now in West Louisiana we can get the Gold Bull, the VSL. Down in Tallahassee, I bought the Ice Bull, and in Maryland, New York City, Detroit, Michigan, 40-ounce cans and bottles. But Detroit, Michigan, 2 years ago, 40-ounce bottle of the Red Bull. I'd like to see those new designs. I saw the new Gold Bull design, so I've got to get the can. I got to get the 18-ounce bottle. I got the 40 right there. What you know about that? Now I got a whole new lineup I got to get. What you know about that, Yerb? So let's check out this impressive portfolio of 6 hop varieties. That was always a thing, like in the 60s when this came out in 1965. They used 6 different hop varieties. And I think they said 4 different malts. And I wonder what variety of maize, corn they use. Yellow corn grits, polenta, or is it dextrose corn syrup, brewer's syrup? I think we know the answer to that. So don't say beer, say bull. Schlitz Malt Liquor, bull. It smells exquisite. The corn, the malts. And let's get a little taste here. Yeah. Just ran through the 6 different hop notes. Although it is a round flavor, the slight hop bitterness interacting or balancing the sweet malts to give it just a generalized beer flavor, as the Schaefer Brewing Company used to talk about in their old 1950s commercials, how Schaefer was a round beer. Schaefer, purchased by Stroh Brewing in 1981. Joseph Schlitz Brewing, purchased by Stroh's in 1982. And then all of that purchased by Pabst Brewing Company in 1999. And then this year, 2016, Pabst Brewing Company won the Great American Beer Festival's gold medal for Big Brewer of the Year. First place for Big Brewer of the Year. And think of the choices they had. Miller, S.A.B. Miller, now it's gone. Part of Molson Coors and Anheuser-Busch. Anheuser-Busch InBev. Molson Coors, Pabst. And all of those 4 choices. So, who will win the Big Brewer next year? Would it be Boston Beer Co? I mean, they're a craft beer. Craft beer company. What am I talking about? So, yeah, the collection grows. You say, what's the point of all this? I didn't know there was a point. If you're watching this thinking that these things have a point, that could be a sign, not a good sign. So anyway, the clear appearance, the thick white head, all the little tiny sediment. There's sediment galore through here. It's not the most filtered thing. I mean, it's pretty filtered, but that sunlight is brilliant and I can see the sediment. So anyway, you gotta get out there and buy the can, the big bottle, the 18-ounce bottle, if you can ever find it, the 12-ounce bottle. It exists, as evidenced by what I just showed you earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hop varieties. So, what is the greatest of the great malt liquors? This, the Schlitz Malt Liquor. It's the king. You say, no, King Cobra's the king. Hey, well, you know, we could bat that back and forth. The only way we can solve that riddle, here, is to keep drinking them and maltscussioning them and projecting them and just labeling out them and all of that realness. So it's all about keeping it extremely in legitimately and exceptionally and brilliantly real. So, thank you for watching this Maltscussion, and y'all come on down to Louisiana and go to a football game and buy a ticket for $10 on the street.